weeks. I have not been able to connect with you guys and tell you what's been going on, life in the UK, what's going on. I have been out of it mentally, physically, emotionally, and I wouldn't say I'm on the mend. I got a lot going on, but I want to connect with you, talk with you, catch up. Thank you, Howard, for reaching out to me, to check on me. I'm doing okay. I've just been really, really busy. Life in the UK is really hectic right now. We have high inflation, high interest rates going, high everything, high fuel costs. Heck, I had to fill this car up the other day, £107 just to fill up the tank. Used to cost what? To fill this Range Rover up, used to cost about £65, I would say, on average. I used to pay about £65, and I thought that was expensive. Now it's 106. I paid almost £107 just to fill up the car. Hey, Carly, how we doing? I'm okay. I am doing great on this gray day. We just had bonfire night yesterday, and I got to take part in that, which was nice. I got to go out. Hey, Howard, nice to see you. Thank you. Again, thank you for checking up on me. Just so much going on, and I was actually pretty sick. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm not going to do a live stream tonight. I can't do a live stream tonight, so there's no quiz tonight, guys. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be a quiz for a couple more weeks. I'm just too busy. But they will be back, though, before the end of the year. That's for sure. I do enjoy going to the pub quizzes, but unfortunately, I haven't been able to do that. I just got so much going on, be it personal, be it professionally, and stuff like that. So it's been a tough couple of weeks, couple of days, but I'm doing okay. And yeah, but we just had bonfire night. Now I need to do a proper video on bonfire night to give you the U.S. perspective, because I know that when I first came to this country, it was like bonfire night, Guy Fawkes night. I was like, hey, who is that and what is that? Then I learned about the gun plot situation and what it's all about. And I was just like, why are we celebrating a terrorist? Isn't that a terrorist by today's standards? And then I learned, like, it's really an effigy of it. I think this year they were burning Liz Truss, but it's really not a celebration of him, but a celebration of him not doing it and being unsuccessful. So, yeah, it's just it's an interesting situation. So I did get to go to a bonfire. It was really hot, massive mound of fire. I got to do that. That was pretty interesting. I saw some fireworks, which were nice. And but just to do the bonfire, it was a kind of chilly night anyway, so it was pretty cool to do that. Met some guys there, which is they were from, where the hell were they from? Birmingham, no, Cannock, Birmingham, right outside of Birmingham, Black country. They just gravitated to me like flies to I can't curse, but like white on rice. I was just like, man, you're kind of getting a little too close here. But they were nice guys, though. They were pretty drunk. And since I don't drink like that, kind of off-putting for me. But let's catch up. We're at a red light. Otherwise, we could possibly have been back under the Pope's thumb. Ah, yes, when it comes to the gunplay. How did you go to London? How did I go to London? I had to go to Gray's Inn. That's where the barristers are at, and do some mediation. And so I was there for like a whole day, and I think that's kind of where I caught a bug. So I spent, what was that? Thursday, Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday I went. I think I posted a picture of it on Thursday, but I was there on Tuesday. I'm sorry, I went Tuesday, but I didn't post a picture of it till like a couple days later. But I had mediation for about 6-7 hours, and we just negotiating on some final figures trying to reach a settlement. And so, you know, that's why I was down in London. I was in, and for the first time, I saw where I was at. I finally saw the city of London. Like, I saw there was like this kind of like some statues on either side, and it said the city of London. I was like, yeah, because I know that London is a catch-all for all of London, but there's really the city of London, which is a smaller place. And I think that's where Gray's Inn is at. It's just like right there on the cusp of it. And so it was cool to see. But I spent all day inside of with lawyers trying to negotiate a settlement. So we're trying to see if we can get to a figure. We're at least 100,000 pounds out of where I want to be. So so we're trying to do that. We got another round of we have another round of negotiations. When did we schedule that for? I think what's today? The 6th. So like in a couple days, in a week or two, I gotta go back and do some negotiations. So yeah. So it's just been stressful. When you're talking 6 figures, is that 6 figures? Yeah, 6 figures. It's draining on you emotionally. It's draining on you physically. It makes you sick to your stomach, and it just gets in the way. And that's, you know, it just really puts you down, because I knew it was coming anyways. But it's just a tough negotiation, really. And it's just, you know, we have to go through mediation, unfortunately. So yeah, so it's just stressful. Wish me luck. Pray, keep fingers crossed, whatever you got, you know, it's helpful. And yeah, so I just wanted to go live with you guys, catch you up, let you know I'm still alive and kicking. I'm not doing too well mentally. I'll be perfectly honest with you. But you know, tough days. I think, what does it say? What does the quote go? Tough times don't last, tough people do. And I believe that. And I believe that people who support you and love you and care for you, they are there for you in the tough times and in the good times. And those that aren't there for you when things get really hard, you gotta let them go, no matter how hard it is, no matter how tough it is. And so I just believe that. And even though it's easier to say, harder to do, but man, it's a tough time right now in 2022, and 2023 is upon us, and it's about to get even harder going forward because of this real estate market. Man, I am nervous about this real estate market, because interest rates are just rising, and they just rising super, super fast, and it's scary, and it's really scary. So yeah, I can't really read the comments as I'm driving. I know the camera's probably shaking. So a friend of mine just got a ticket. What's today? Sunday. Got a ticket on Friday for holding 2 phones in his hand. And they tried to give him 6 points right then and there on the spot for holding 2 phones in his hand. So I sure as heck am not going to touch the phone while driving. It's dangerous and it's expensive. So got to keep my eyes on the road. We got a pretty gray day here in England. Let's turn this camera, let you guys see what I see. Pretty gray day as I drive through the countryside a little bit. But you know, yesterday was a nice day. Thank you, Howard. Thank you, my little band of warriors. I appreciate you. Keep me in good spirits. You guys really do, man. When you reached out to me, you don't understand how much that lifted my spirit, Howard. I really need to message. Let me turn this camera on. You don't understand how much that lifted my spirits. It really, really did. You know, it was You know, I've been, I think I didn't probably gained a couple more gray hairs and stress over this whole last 2 weeks. But, tough times don't last, tough people do. And I hope that I can be tough. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. It's cliche, but I think I can do it. Oh, sit and spin. I hope you feel better. Say my name. Say my name. Hi. Pritwish. I think I'm saying it. Yeah, just got to hang in there, mate. That's basically what I got to do. And hopefully I can survive. Now, in America, like my religious friends, and they use the term season. They always say in this season of your life, like the world goes through seasons, fall, winter, spring, summer. And in this season of my life, it's just tough right now. And I just have to make it through this season. And when things get better, things will get better. What's 1 + 1 say? 2. Say. What? I don't know what you're trying to get me to say. Prettiwish. I don't know. I'm trying to say it. Okay. So I'm just trying to survive this season. Man, this thing is like, there we go. This thing is like doing its thing. But it's tough times don't last. And we are about to go through some tough times as a society here in the UK. What was interesting, I just had a conversation with somebody who is a you guys don't call it correctional officer. He works in the prison. He's a prison guard. I don't know what you guys use the term. I forgot what he said. His name is Tom. And we just had a really in-depth conversation for like the last hour and a half, just about like what it's like. Because my father used to work in the prisons. And so I have some of his stories. And it was interesting to hear some of his UK stories and what it's like. But we just had a real good conversation about sentencing, because we were looking at, I don't know how many people have seen that Dahmer story. I already knew about Jeffrey Dahmer, but I don't know how many people watched the Netflix Dahmer series, and we just got to talking about stuff like that. And it's interesting, like how I always say, in America, they hand out 20-year sentences like they're handing out popcorn to kids or something like that. We're here in this country, in the United Kingdom, 20 years that's a rarity, and it should be rare, because only so many people need to be in prison for 20 years or for life. Where in America, so many people, and I find like as a society and as a system, that drains the resources out of that community. When you have to pay for judges, you have to pay for secretaries, you have to pay for buildings, you have to pay for lights, you got to pay for the prison guards, you got to pay for the prison, you got to pay for the food that they got to eat, the clothes they got to wear, etc., etc., etc. That just sucks the resources out of a community, and you create the cyclical cycle of which you're trying to police and punish against and rehabilitate against. And we've got to a point where we're talking about how in this country, it's 66 million, the United Kingdom, there's only like 150 people with whole life sentences. And how in Ohio, the state of Ohio, a state of maybe 10 million people, if that, has over like 1,000 people doing like whole life sentences. And that doesn't even include the people who are doing 90, 150-year sentences, 300-year sentences. And it's just sad, So, and I don't think life in the UK, the people in the UK are more inherently violent or less inherently violent than people in the state of Ohio or the people of the United States. I just think if you build a society that is systematically unfair, you create the crime and the issue that you're trying to prevent. And I think, I don't try to get too political. I don't think Liz's Truss thing was gonna work. And I think it was a bad policy, even though I might lean more conservative when it comes to fiscal policy. I think it was stupid. And I think you create an unfair society, and then you create this issue. You create what you see in America, where now you have to create laws to capture everything. They've over-policed everything in the United States, and I hope the United Kingdom never goes down that route of over-policing, over-lawing. I think that's probably a better term. Creating laws on laws on laws that then throw people in prison for 25, 30-year sentences, you know? Because who pay for that? Me and you pay for that. The taxpayer pay for that. We got to pay for, you got to, it costs, like in California, it costs like $70,000 per inmate a year, something stupid like that. It's just like, who want to pay 70 grand for each inmate? Maybe it's 50,000, but it's something, it's over 40, but it's like 50,000, 70,000 per inmate. And some people do crime that might have only cost $3,000. And now we got to spend $1 million for $10,000 worth of crime? Nah, I'm cool on that. But, that's just a point I was trying to raise. Let me see. We're coming up to a stop, so let me look at these comments. I think prisons these days are too cushy, no punishment at all. They get more benefits than hard-working citizens. Elsie says, see, we're having a nice, light, fluffy Sunday afternoon chat. Afternoon, Carly, Jude, Howard, and Carl. Thank you, Elsie. We are. Read the chat. I am. You are so handsome. Thank you for calling me handsome. Hi. I see it. What is 2 + 2? 4. One day at a time. Yeah. I'm seeing all that. Thank you. Yeah, we're just having a chat. I just wanted to connect. I've been not YouTubing, as they say, for a while, because I've been really busy. But I wanted to connect with you guys. It's this season of my life right now is really challenging. And not every day of my life, is rosy. That I can tell people right now. Every day of my life is not rosy. So it is what it is. In other news, my university, Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, proud of it, invited me to a groundbreaking ceremony next spring, because I've donated. I told you guys earlier, I think I told you guys that I donated like $25,000 to the school. And so there's a groundbreaking ceremony for a building, and I just got an invite for it yesterday, actually. So yeah. So that was a positive in my life. That's something I think is good. I'm trying to give back to the university, who gave me so much in my life. And what else? Yeah. Let's see. Show you guys the road a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't shake too much. Probably gonna take care of itself. Now I thank you guys, for always trying to lift my spirits up when I go live. It's always great to see you guys on the chat. Like I say, a lot of people YouTube for money. I YouTube just to have some fun, to keep it lighthearted, to share what's going on with life, and just to connect. And I'm not a big channel, shoot. I think the biggest monthly check I ever got was like 70 pounds. So I don't YouTube for money. It's just for fun and to connect with people and share my life experience, because who was I talking to? Oh, I have a friend of mine who's going through it even harder than me. And, where she has a daughter that's like suicidal. And, it's really tough on her. I can't mention names and stuff, but, it's tough. And I'm like, I get it. We all going through this life journey. The life is hard. Life is hard for everybody. Every life comes with it's challenges. It's never just some smooth road, some smooth path. It could be a relationship issue. It could be a work issue. It could be a health issue. You know, it could be a community issue. There's always kind of stuff, and we're all going through this journey of life. And you know, it takes a community to like lift you up. And I need it just like the next person, and you need it, and everybody, you know, everybody needs it. So yeah, I'm supposed to do a charity poker night tonight, so hopefully I can do that. That's another thing I got planned tonight, is a charity poker event. So that's going to be pretty cool. It's going to a good cause. So yeah. What else am I talking about? Life in the UK. I decided to go live like 5 seconds before I went live. So I didn't really put no thought into why I was going live. Just that I was going live. So yeah. Yeah, but see how everybody has that fondness of the past. Everybody. And I think it's because even if you grew up in the 60s or you grew up in the 80s, I'm an 80s baby, you know, raised in the 90s, and I thought those were amazing times. But when I look back, I think about the dot-com era. I think about interest rates at 15, 16%. You know, I think of the Iraqi war, the first one. You know, there's all kind of stuff that makes life tough. But as a kid, you're oblivious to it. You know, as a kid, you're really not paying that much attention. So everything seems rosy. You know, but there were hard times there. Loved the 90s. The 80s were amazing. I always joke with people that if I was a young man if I would have grew up in the 80s, 60s, or was like of age in the 80s, I don't think I'd have made it. You know, because when I was younger, I think I would have caught something and have been off this world, because I was too busy as a young man. So now I'm older, and that's a young man's game. But that's neither here nor there. But everybody's generation thinks that their time was great. It was a simpler time, but everybody had simpler times. Heck, I was looking at something from 2000. Let's forget, there was no social media in 2002, 2003. You know, there was nothing. I was talking to somebody, explaining how I grew up as a 49ers fan. Big 49ers fan, I grew up. And one of my teammates, his dad was the head coach of the 49ers. And I actually got to go, me and him, road trip to his house, and I was in the house of the 49ers head coach. I thought this is the most amazing thing. And they were like, "You got no pictures?" I was like, "No, I ain't got no pictures." It just wasn't the time. I was just there capturing all, you know, like, wow, look at, I'm in this big old mansion right outside of Los Gatos, California, you know, with a pool house. And I'm like, I'm at the 49ers. I'm at the old 49ers head coach house right now. How cool is that? You know, like, I got no pictures of it. It's just, I was there. You know, it was just things like that. Like, you know, I remember going to like Chargers football games, the professional NFL team, and one of my friends played on the team. And I would go and we'd be in the luxury suites because, you know, we knew somebody who had luxury suites at the Chargers game. I ain't got no pictures of me at the Chargers game in those luxury suites, but I know I was there. You know, just because it was a different time. Where now, if I was in those luxury suites, or anybody in a luxury suite, they'll have pictures and social media, they'll make a video. I ain't got none of that. You know? I don't have any of that stuff. So it's just a different time. I remember getting my first cell phone in 2000. You know, get my first cell phone. I was 18 years old. Now people get a cell phone at 13, 12. So just simpler times. I remember when two-way pagers. I remember I got a pager, then I got a cell phone, and then two-way pagers became a thing, so you could text message, and then they combined the pager and the two-way into the cell phone. Just simpler times, always. Always. Kevin Grant says, I can't afford to donate 25 grand, but I donate 2 pounds a month to water and aid in 2 months. Yeah, of course. I donate, Kevin, to, I also donate every month to a hearing aid charity. I've been doing it for years now because a close friend of mine, Walter is his name. We call him the one-armed bandit. He only has one arm, he's left-handed, but it's just an inside joke between us. But what I didn't know was I met his 2 boys, this is years ago. I didn't realize one of them was deaf, was hard of hearing. And I just thought, because he was just normal like every other kid, you know, interacted with everybody. I just thought he didn't say a lot. And then it wasn't like a year later that he told me. I was like, really? I was like, that boy couldn't hear. And from that, I've always donated to the Hearing Aid Society, where they buy those implants so people can have the things on their head so they can hear. So I do that every month. I had actually got a call about a year ago about upping my thing, and I recorded it, and I was going to do a video of it, but I thought, nah, it's in bad taste, so I didn't do it. But I was going to do it, but I just like to donate in private and keep my, what they quote unquote philanthropy, just quiet, because I think if you're going to do philanthropy, you should just do it, not because you want recognition. So yeah, that was something I do donate there as well to the hearing aid costs. Hi, bro. Man, this pretty wish. Man, you in the comments, bro. I don't know what it is your goal is. Elsie said I had to give my mom 3 rings from the payphone. I know. We all remember them little tricks. Them 3 rings meant it was me. You know. Thank you so much for calling me handsome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Flattery does work on me. Flattery does work on me. Thank you very much. Your first Nokia, Carly says her first phone was a Nokia 3410. Jesus Christ, I remember them Nokias. What was cool about those old Nokias, you could stand them up, and if they vibrated, they kind of like walked. I remember those back in the day. And playing Snake. Man, I used to play Snake all day. No, Carly, I'm fed up with the adverts already. What adverts? I don't understand, Elsie. What adverts? Hey, Carly ordered a Christmas tree, I see. Nice. Going back in the comments. Christmas tree, nice. Yeah, them Nokias were some good phones. I enjoyed them back in the day too. But think about these old phones. I bet, oh yeah, Howard's old enough to have he probably had the big old brick phone. But think about how expensive those phones were. Think about it. Think about how much they charged for those Nokia phones. It's not like those Nokia phones were like $50 back in the day. They wanted like $250, $300 for these little phones that didn't do anything. They were dumb phones. They were dumb phones. And then you had like those phones you'd have to have like anytime minutes, free after 8 p.m., you know, free minutes. You know, now most people don't even use their phone to talk on the phone. So, you know, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But yeah, like I said earlier, man, just we're in an interesting season. We're in an interesting time here in the UK where things are just rising. Prices are rising, and it's hard to keep up. You know, with inflation and things like that. It's just an interesting time that I'm nervous. I really am nervous for the next 24 months. It has me worried. The next 24 months is going to be really hard. Probably be the hardest time in my life, actually, because these interest rates are so high. Because you can't just raise people's rents to infinity. You know, you just can't. And so it's going to be a real challenge for me in the next 12 to 24 months, and I'm dreading it. I'm dreading it. Read my message. I'll read your message. You are not reading my message. I am reading your messages. I don't see any other. Hot. Am I handsome? I don't know what you look like, but maybe you are handsome. I would just assume you are. Your niece is 6 and has a phone. That's what I'm saying. I don't want my daughters to have a phone until they're like, I don't want my daughters to have phones until they're at least 14. You know, I don't see why they need it. I can't see why they would need it at 12. You know, the oldest is 10, so I can't see why she would need a phone between now and 12 and 13. I look like an elephant. Well, elephants are pretty. You know, all shapes and sizes is pretty. It's all what you like. There's somebody for everybody. I always believe that. Big, small, tall, fat. Don't matter. Bro, I'm 17. Well, hey, when you know, underage for me. But you know, you figure it out. Plenty of time. Do you watch the Black Belt? Yes, I do watch the Black Belt Barrister. He has some good insights on current. Yes, I saw that video. I didn't watch it. I actually was going to react to it because he does law, and I was going to react to that video, but I just don't have the time. You know, that's why I haven't made any videos lately. I just don't have the time right now. Hey, hey, V, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. I don't know what just rewrite your other message. I'll read it. I realize I'm driving. I can't just touch the screen. I got to keep my eyes on the road. Oh, shoot, man. Apparently it's supposed to be a rainy week coming up for us. You got your phone in class 9. I don't know what class 9 is. That has no relation to me. So that's a UK term, of course. So I don't know what class 9 is. Is that 10th grade? Is that 8th grade? I don't know what that is. Oof. Oh, there must have been a bonfire over there. I can still see it smoking. Can't show you, but there's a big, massive field with a mound of dirt that's still steaming. They must have lit that yesterday for bonfire night. So, yeah. Don't look outside, just read messages. Can't do that, buddy. Can't do that. Gotta keep my eyes on the road. It's dangerous. Either way. They know that, sit and spin. They know that. But I think we have a slight troll, I guess I'll call it. CJ had to bring wow. I'll drive the car. We'll do. You drive the car here. We'll let the spirits drive. How about that? But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well on this Sunday. I'm about to answer that question. Well, I'm not sure what else we should talk about because I'm getting close to my destination. I'm gonna be there, hopefully be there for a while, but it's gonna be another long day. To the office, VC. I'm going to the office. You gotta realize I do stuff 7 days a week. 7 days a week. I'm always working. I don't have, that's why when you see me travel in the summertime, or I take a month off, or I take, when I have my kids for the summer, that's because I basically save, it's all saved up to go do something with them. So that's kind of why I'm able to do that in the summer. Of course I work for myself, so it's not a problem, but that's what happens. I'm a 7-day-a-week person. It's because I got stuff going on. But hopefully by the end of next year, I don't have to do it anymore. I wouldn't say I'm looking towards retirement, but if this crypto market can take off again, then I'll definitely retire. So hopefully hopefully Bitcoin can go to 1 million, and then I can retire. If Bitcoin can hit 1 million a coin, I'm out. I'll be done. Beetlejuice is going to supernova soon. So sit and spin. To invest in crypto, I would advise, there's 2 ways to do it, okay? There's a way to do it where you have leverage, and leverage is, say I put in 1,000 pounds, I can have leverage and actually have the buying power of like 10,000 pounds. You can do that on what's called Binance.com. So you can do that. You can set up an account. You can do that. It's pretty easy to do. Just go on Binance.com. Just Google that. And the second way you could do it is go on Crypto.com and just buy it with your own money. Those are the 2 ways. There's a third way. There's actually a third way, which you could do it with what's called a cold wallet. But that's harder to do, I guess. Is the easiest way are those 2 ways. Go on Crypto.com or go on Binance.com and set it up that way, and then you can buy crypto. The question is what crypto do you want to buy? That's usually the hardest thing to do. And I like to say, if you grab a bit of the top 10 cryptos, just average in there, you'll be all right. And it's only, I don't put that much in there. To me, it's like investing in a speculative thing. So I do like 5%. I don't do much of anything. It's just to have some exposure. Because I wish somebody would have told me about Bitcoin in 2009, 2010. I sure as heck would have bought some. Because I'm not risk averse. I got no problem buying something speculative. Oh, there's a football match going on over here. Ooh, American football too. Ooh, American football. I love it. American football. So sit and spin. I'm glad you've said what you've said, because I'm actually going to do, I've created another channel, but I haven't created the content of it. But I haven't decided if I'm just going to keep it here or put it there. But I'm going to create a finance channel, or I'm going to start doing finance stuff. And that'll help all of you guys. And do the trades that I do. So I do stock trading Monday through Friday, for example. You know, I trade every Monday through Friday. And so it's tax-free here in this country as well. And so for the month of November, you know, if I buy something on Friday, I sell it on Friday for the most part. And so I'm gonna try to show you guys some finance aspects of it all here, because something here in the UK that you can do that's tax-free, which is unique, because it's not tax-free in America, I can tell you that now, is you can do what's called a spread betting account. And if you know what you're doing, it's great, you know. But it's all tax-free. All the gains is tax-free. So I would say be on the lookout for that. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do that. I just ain't got the time. That's half the problem. Because there's no way. If somebody, all you need is a couple thousand, and you can make loads of money. You can risk a lot of money too, don't get me wrong. You can lose a lot, but if you're smart with it, you don't have to lose a lot of money. So, you know, for the month of November, I could post a picture of it on my account, on my thing, but, you know, for the month of November, you know, tax-free, I made almost 13 grand, just tax-free. 13,000 pounds, tax-free. In and out, in and out, in and out. Just boom, 500 here, 1,000 here, $30 loss there, and another 500 pound there. You know, so month of October, for October was that. November is, I'm sitting at, for last week, I think I netted 1,500 so far, but nothing crazy, because I didn't have enough time. I was sick. So there's plenty of ways to make money in this country. Plenty. Yeah, I trade on the New York Stock Exchange. I trade when the New York Stock Exchange opens. Opens at 2:30 here, closes at 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. So I'm a day trader. So I'm in and out. I try to make 1,000 here, 200 here. Those 200s add up. And when you look up over the month, I mean, I take losses, don't get me wrong. I'm about 86%. I bat about 86%. I lose. Not every trade I take is a winner. I can tell you that right now. You know, I bought Facebook Meta. I bought that on Tuesday. I bought it at $94. You can check it now. I'm still in the hole, but you know, it's a small position, you know. Small position. I'm only down like 300. You know, no big deal. I hold 300, no problem. But when it bounces, just like I told you guys months back, if you guys remember, I mentioned it before, how I was in Netflix at $175 and I had 250 shares. Well, Netflix is at $300 now, so you do the math. I'll leave you to do the math. $175, 250 shares, $300, $125, you know, it adds up quick, trust me. I think you'll look up by March, June, it'll be $180 stock for sure. So, but I've made a wrong turn. I'm in this parking lot. I gotta go. I need to go back outside. I've zigged instead of zagged. So I'm gonna go, guys. I gotta run, and I hope everybody has a great day.